Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Stephanie Haney. I am here with your 2 p.m. update related to the COVID-19 coronavirus here in the state of Ohio. Every day at 2 p.m., the Ohio Department of Health releases the latest numbers concerning the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic as it's impacting us here in the state of Ohio. So we have those new numbers for you now. As of 2 p.m. today, we have 2,547 confirmed cases here in the entire state of Ohio. That's an increase of almost 350. We were at 2,199 at this time yesterday. Now we're at 2,547 confirmed cases of COVID-19 coronavirus here in the state of Ohio. We now have a total of 679 people hospitalized, and 222 of those hospitalizations are in the intensive care unit. Deaths have gone up as well. We now have a total of 69 deaths. We had 55 deaths yesterday at this time. We now have a total of 69 deaths related to COVID-19 coronavirus here in the state of Ohio. The age range remains the same. The youngest individuals testing positive for COVID-19 coronavirus here are under the age of 1. The oldest now 99. That median age of all of those people, the very middle person with the same number below and the same number above, is 53 years old. And the split between males and females who have been testing positive for COVID-19 coronavirus is 49% male, 51% female. Those are the most up-to-date numbers that were just released by the Ohio Department of Health. We have news for you as well related to the businesses here in the state of Ohio. Hobby Lobby has decided to reopen its doors despite initially shutting down across Northeast Ohio. Hobby Lobby competitor Jo-Ann Fabrics has stayed open throughout the shutdown, but has cited themselves as an essential business in Ohio. Jo-Ann Fabrics told 3 News that they are complying with the essential business order, which has been called the stay-at-home order here in Ohio, but that's the order that has the information related to what businesses are essential and can continue in-person operations and what businesses need to close if they're not able to completely move to an at-home operation system. So Jo-Ann Fabrics is working to supply PPE to local hospitals during this time. To give you a little bit of context here, in Michigan, State Attorney General denied a request from Jo-Ann Fabrics to be considered an essential business. Now, this is a state-level determination. We do know here in the state of Ohio, the Ohio Department of Health does have the authority to close businesses that are deemed to be non-essential. It's on that business in order to be able to justify or come up with a rationale that is acceptable in order to determine that they are an essential business here in the state of Ohio. So we'll be watching how that plays out with regard to Hobby Lobby and Jo-Ann Fabrics as this moves forward. Here in Summit County, the Sheriff's Office has announced that the Sheriff's Office will begin patrolling parks. This is not to say that the parks are not open, but they will be patrolling those parks. The point of this, in a Facebook post that was made on Wednesday morning, is to, quote, stop spreading the virus. That's the point here. And what the Sheriff's Office will be patrolling for is to make sure that people are maintaining that physical distance of at least 6 feet while they are getting outside, while they are taking advantage of getting out into nature, being in the fresh air, and doing those things that are recommended for our health, both physically and mentally speaking. But they will be making sure that people are following those physical distancing guidelines. This is in Summit County, the Summit County Sheriff's Office, where there are 131 confirmed cases of COVID-19 coronavirus. Statewide, President Donald Trump has approved the disaster declaration for Ohio. So what that means, since he has approved the major disaster declaration, is that Ohio will now be eligible for more federal funding in order to help us fight COVID-19 coronavirus here at home. The approval was announced this afternoon, and those federal funds will now be available to supplement state and local funds and help us fight this. That funding will come from FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and will be used by the authorities here. That will be designated to help us fight COVID-19 coronavirus here in the state of Ohio. If you've just joined us, I'll give you the most up-to-date numbers again. We now have 2,547 confirmed cases of COVID-19 coronavirus here in the state of Ohio, a total of 679 hospitalizations, and 222 of those hospitalizations are people who are in the intensive care unit. The death total has now risen from 55 yesterday to 69 today, so 14 more confirmed deaths related to COVID-19 coronavirus. That's statewide here in Ohio. The age range for people who have tested positive remains from less than 1 year old to up to 99, being the oldest person who has tested positive for the virus. And a pretty even split between males and females who are testing positive right now, 49% male and 51% female. We do have Governor Mike DeWine's press conference that will be live on Facebook as well as YouTube, and you can watch that on the air on 3 News. And we will have updated coverage for the rest of the day on air at 5 p.m. in What's New. I'll see you there. Also 6 p.m. What Matters Most, 7 p.m. Front Row, and 11 p.m. What's Next. I'm Stephanie Haney. Today is Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, and this is your afternoon update related to the COVID-19 coronavirus here in Ohio.